Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
He is through here! Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. He came in hard, very hard. Gets a good foot in there. Nouri threads one in. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Xavi Simons. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's managed to get free. He's gone for goal! Milan with the corner. They're first. Oh, smashing header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Nouri. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
And it's Camavinga. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Romero cuts it out. Now it's Mbappe. Xavi Simons. Still goalless at the moment. And he's intervened well there. Played into space. Chips it through. Simons! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Passes short and sharp. And he's straight offside. Camavinga. Madrid finding their passes. Great vision.
Pretty robust defending.
And he has been fouled there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Messi is in a really good position out wide. And it's Messi. And Messi! Searching pass he's played there. That's been cut out, well played. Milan have rung the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Camavinga. Done delicately. That's good vision. Xavi Simons does have his name on the score sheet, of course. De Bruyne. Now he's got space here.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too...
Shot! He scores! Offside.
Well, obviously some sections of the crowd would disagree, but that was the right decision, albeit a late one.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Hakimi. Mbappe. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Milan are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. He's in a great position here. Shot, surely! Fernandez. He's being urged to shoot. And the shot! Oh, that's another chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan have their second corner now. Big header! Oh, it's come off the upright. Can he finish? Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. Plays a sharp little ball. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Oh, what has happened here? Delivers the ball. And we've reached half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Milan sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And we're already back up and running after half-time. There's the shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Can he get on the end of this? Shot De Bruyne! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Casillas is there to clear. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice parts. He's having a shot! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the second half is off to a flyer.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Camavinga. It's a good spell of possession, this. Mbappe takes a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Hakimi played into space out wide, showing good feet. Hakimi has it in a wide position. That's a sharp pass. Looking for a runner, and he was quick to react. Pass somewhat off target. Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and he's in here! Camavinga, Rijkaard, demonstrating his defensive quality there. Simons. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
And it's been played through. Good ball, good take. And here's De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! It's hit the upright. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries to pass it through. And a chance! Fernandes. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Mbappe. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Hakimi gets into a good position. He rises! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
So here comes a substitution. Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Jimenez. It's Lamina. Mbappe. Mateus. And it's De Bruyne. And no, that was never going to make it. Fernandes. Just 5 minutes remaining now. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Madrid looking to pass their way through. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. He's gone direct. Decent hit from there. Now it's Thuram. He might be... Thuram! They've scored! They have stolen level at the last! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments. Real chance! It's run... It's fallen kindly here! Ford shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Irwin. Now, can they get him away? He's picked his way through. Nicely shaped ball. Ruben Diaz did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Ljungberg. Raul. Looking for options for movement. And the shot! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he cuts out the supply, pinches it off him. Oh, well measured. And it's Hakimi. Hakimi just loves to go forward whenever he can. Real chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? They're urging him to shoot! It's fallen kindly here! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper...
Eto! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Eto has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That's a shade optimistic. Now he's off and running. Now it's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, terrible pass. And he's managed to get rid. Henderson calmly anticipates. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Xavi Simons. Hakimi. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Eto.
Such good technique.
He's got away. He's come in hard. Romero did just about enough to come out on top there. And the volley. Pass somewhat off target. Here's a chance! And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go?
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Hakimi. Now Neymar. Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. It's Neymar! Jordan Henderson. Xavi Simons. Oh, nicely intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Xavi Simons. Simons. Oh, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Ruben Dias. Oh, that was vital. Beckenbauer. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now there's a fine ball. There's the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Xavi Simons deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Knocks it into space. And that has put paid to that. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And he was quick to react. Jordan Henderson. That's a cute ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the keeper's given it away. And it's there! And they are cruising away. A case now of complete control. Jordan Henderson. Now Simons. Now it's Haaland. Simons. Cafu with a definite foul there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. That is some save from Khan. Beckenbauer is there to clear. Rijkaard getting this one clear. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. So off we go once more.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup.
Eto! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Aimed beyond the defence. Nice looking ball. He won't be happy with that one. Ljungberg. Raul, always looking for that half a chance. Xavi Simons. Could move up a gear here. He's shifting through the gears here. Terrific header! Goal! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Looking for a runner. Well, that has not gone well. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Cruyff. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, just skips past his man. And smartly it's Raul! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball, good take. That's good vision. Now it's Haaland. Chance for a shot! In he goes again. It's there! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
On the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Eto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Haaland. Now it's Simons. Nuno Mendes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And they've got a throw. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Ruben Dias, that's a pretty loose pass. Great vision. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he get it through? He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just? Eto! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Neymar. Oh, cracking ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so...
It's Raul! They want to be quick to recover this. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Cruyff, ready to try one. Cruyff! That was travelling. Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Well timed, excellent interception. Threads one in. Can he latch on to this? Azar. Cruyff. He shifted it to the flank. And this is Cruyff. Here it is, crossed in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Milan making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Cannavaro. That's a good run down the left. Out for a throw. That's a good ball out wide. He's through, now is he in? Inzaghi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Cleared away. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Played out wide. He's in a great position here. And it's Azar. And he's there to get it away. Milan have reclaimed it. Vitz. And that could set him on his way. Pass is just off target. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. And that will be the final act. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round.